Have you ever watched a perfectly executed attacking play and wondered how is this all coming together? The seamless passes, the perfectly timed run, the clinical finish. It's just poetry in motion. It's not just talent, it's a well-rehearsed strategy. Today, we're going to break down how to bring that same magic to your game. Hey everybody, this is Markens here with the Mass Young Gunners here in Central Mass. Today we're diving into some of the most fun and exciting aspects of the game. It's attacking football, attacking soccer in the final third. We'll discuss the key elements about the offensive play, the passing, the creating of opportunities, the finishing, the movement off the ball. And we'll want to make sure that you sort of understand the intricacies that go into it. It's sort of like if I were conducting a band, it would be the same thing. In training, we would go over how to coordinate everybody's role with the different instruments that they're playing. In this case, the instruments would be your different positions and how that coordinates. And once it all comes together in the final third, in the offensive third, it's a beautiful thing. So let's dive in and analyze all those different intricacies and parts of this exciting topic. So let's start with the art of passing. As I said, this is poetry in motion. And let's talk about the type of passes, right? Some of the passes can be short, some can be long, some can be a through ball. But no matter what it is, the weight and the accuracy of the pass is probably the most important aspect of the pass itself. Whether it's short or long, if it's too soft, it's probably going to get intercepted. But at the very minimum, right, your player is going to have to do something, or the pass is not going to go where it's desired to end up being, right? So that's the weight. Now, the timing and the execution of the pass is going to be about the movement off the ball. If your player is making a run, you want to play the ball into where they're going to be, not where they are, right? Because they're running. And so the execution and the timing is important. And also the importance of your first touch, right? If your first touch is too heavy, meaning you get the ball and it's already running away 4 or 5 yards away from you, now you're not looking at the next play, you're looking at correcting your first touch. So your first touch has got to be the preparation touch, right? It's got to be just exactly a build up to the next play. And then, of course, the combination. The combination can be about how players are moving off the ball. If a player can time their run, meaning as the ball's traveling to me, for example, and I'm going to get the ball, as the ball's traveling to me, meaning making a distance from wherever it was coming from, before I hit my foot, is if my teammate can make the proper run in that meantime and start developing play, it is chemistry. It is wonderful. And so those are the things that you should be working on as you're playing. Look, travel as the ball's traveling. You want to be in a position where you're already open as the ball hits your teammate's foot. Okay. So, and they're all going to be angles, right? You want to have, in a perfect world, you want to have these triangles going all the time. So the right angle of support is usually good, a 45-degree angle. Maybe it could be flat too, whatever. You just have to be in a position where as they receive the ball, they already have you as an option to play the ball too. All right. So that would probably cover the basic fundamentals of passing itself, right? Now, creating scoring opportunities is a whole different topic. I could spend numerous sessions on this, but to simplify it, you want to be able to overload the areas of the pitch to exploit weakness. So what does that really mean? Okay, so maybe 3 or 4 of us are on the left side of the field and we create just the right angles, right? If we can draw 4 or 5 players in, well, we know after we split them, we got to switch the point of attack because they've already overbalanced. That's creating an intelligent imbalance of their defense, okay? And then the next part would be creating space, meaning, if I have the ball and a player is running towards me, if they don't get the ball, don't stand there, okay? Curl out, create, and leave that space open, because look, if they follow you, that space is open. If they don't follow you, you're open. So creating space. And then timing of the run, of course, is extremely important. We covered that earlier, right? As the ball's traveling, you're traveling, so that you're anticipating the reception of that pass, so that you, in fact, can already be developing the next opportunity for your teammates to make the attack. Whether it's out in the midfield, whether it's in final third, whether it's in attack in final third, orchestrating those movements, those intricacies is so key. Once it works, it's a thing of beauty. And if you go on YouTube and you're watching highlights of goals scored or combination goals being scored, all those things are going to be in there. All of them. Movement off the ball, the weight of the pass, and the execution of the first touch, the second touch, whatever. They're all going to be there, okay? Obviously, the last part of this, it would be the finishing, right? The type of finish, whether it's going to be a header, a volley, half volley, shot, a placement in the far post. It's a thing of beauty when a player with the opportunity can strike the ball with precision, or the precision, right amount of power. Okay, if you're inside the 6, you probably don't need a ton of power. You probably need a lot more placement. If you're out on the 20, you probably need precision and power. So the power definitely has to be there. If you're 30 yards out, you're just gonna have to go for power and hope that it's accurate. Okay, so it all matters where you are, and certainly those things. And then the positioning and the timing and the mental approach. So staying composed under pressure is definitely a key component of finishing. Now, you see players approaching opportunities, and here's the thing: they'll shoot the ball right at the keeper, 10 yards out. Wonder what just happened. Well, it's because you're looking at the keeper. You don't need to look at the keeper. Be aware of where you want the ball to go, because if you just staring at the keeper as you're approaching, the ball's going to go most likely it's a target, right? If you look at your target when you take that shot, it's probably going to go there. You don't need to look at the keeper. The goal's not going to move, right? Just pick out where you want the ball to go and place it there. Composure. It takes practice, right? It takes a lot of practice. And speaking of practice, the repetition of doing this stuff is going to be the key to it all. It's as if to say, I can give you all the information you need, but unless you go out and really work on these, on the key components over and over again, they won't become second nature when you need them the most. And that's what training really does. It's the repetition. So that's truly it in regards to finishing. Now, there are tactical things that you can talk about, from possession, more of a team concept. But for the most part, if we're truly talking about the art of finishing, and I call it the art because really, when you combine properly, those touches are just right, and you're placing the ball away from the keeper and they can't get it, it's a thing of beauty. It's truly artwork in motion. Look, in conclusion, what I'd love to be able to tell you is, in order to master these, you'll want to make sure you're juggling, you're knocking the ball back and forth against a wall, something that rebounds it for you, and you're getting out there and placing the ball away into the corners using the inside of your foot. If you're a little bit more out away from the target, put your laces on that ball. Make sure that you're shooting laces, planting forward, and you're pouncing. I like to say pouncing because you want to make sure if there's going to be a rebound, you'll be able to get your second chance. After all, you've created it. It's money in the bank if you follow through and finish. So the reward is in the follow through. You definitely want to make sure you're doing that. Hey, thanks for joining us on another episode. It's been a little while. I haven't seen you guys in a little bit. We had to, we've moved our office, and we've moved our production room. So we're in a new space now. Not completely finished, but yet I'm so excited I had to get this one out. Until next time, you guys, keep working on your touches, keep working on your juggling, keep working on your finishing. The more you do it, the more second nature it becomes, so that when you play under pressure, it works like artwork. Talk to you guys soon. Great seeing you again.